everyone to this second session of today's online meetings. Let's say with the schools and projects around Europe and beyond. What we have today, it's we have Almida from Albania, and she's going to explain us what activities he has been doing for the STEM Discovery Week that is taking place this week. So from my side, just I'm mentioning that I'm Victor Perez, and I will be here in this session with you. So the floor is yours, Almida. What have you been doing?
Hi to everybody, and thank you for this connection. My name is Almida Cercizaj, and I'm an Albanian ambassador and also an elementary teacher in Pesmedietetory School. And so we have planned to do a STEAM activity week with the kids, and the idea is to do like a competition with the students. In order they can bring experiments or inventions at school. Here I have some of the kids.
Yeah, we can see them.
They are working on some experiments. Our program, our curriculum is changing, because before we didn't have so much experiments, or we weren't focused on the invention or on the critical thinkings. And now we are trying. So we have some years trying, and for the kids it is a little bit hard to get involved, but they have a lot of desire to do that. And in the beginning, when I started to speak with them and to say how we can work, they were anxious, and they, of course, the beautiful thing was that the students which they don't have good grades, they came to me and they were embarrassed, and they would say, "Teacher, can we participate?" So maybe the idea of not being a good students, maybe they are not allowed to. But the good thing of this great project that Bruxelles has or Scientix has launched is that all the students can be involved, even if they are not good at math or at science. They may do, for example, here I have this great poster. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, we can see it. Very nice.
Okay. And this is a great. It was surprising even for me. Davy is a great painter, so he made it just today, and he brought it. You can say hi, Davy. Hi. Okay.
Hi. Wow, very good. Impressive.
Yeah. So it's something for me. It was very interesting when the problem I faced was that students. I had to gather to take all the students from all the classes, which of them prefer to do that. And I try to download like videos with simple experiments for them to try home with things not so not dangerous things, because they and the good thing was that they involved their parents. So they were like, my father did me that, my mother said to me that. So we are trying. It is. They are doing like easy experiments, like hologram, for example, or you can show Era is doing the movements of. It's like it's hard for me to.
Yes, maybe we can. Yeah.
to show
Can
them
they maybe
that,
come? For example, the one from the hologram, is it easy that he goes?
yeah.
Epa.
So this is, they are using old CDs
Uh-huh.
and to put one here and the other to put in this position.
Yes.
And after to put
The smartphone.
the smart, so to put the phone here.
Yes.
This was even interesting even for me because I was of course I was trying to experiment it at home with my daughter. She's 5 years old because I wanted and it is amazing way to involve the students, to involve um, the parents also. So this was another interesting part. One thing which I think is important for the kids that are here, because they are, as you see, our laboratory is a little bit poor, and we are trying to restore it to put some things. The interesting thing was that they tried to recycle, to use. To do lungs.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
are still working. So we're trying also to do recycling at the same time.
Oh, that's really interesting. And so the age of these students, it's they are quite young. How old are they?
Yeah, okay. They are, since I teach at the 3rd grade, so I took some of the students from my class and from the 4th and 5th class. Let's say that these are the kids are here are from the elementary. We have other work doing the city and the lights they are going to work on. And still working on that, because on Friday we are going to finish with the work to do like an exhibition outside the in school, and to help and children will vote for the best experiment, and we're going to give a certificate of that. After, our plan is to maybe to take some of the experiments and or the best materials from here, and to show it in the conference, because I didn't mention that, but I was the first ambassador of Albania, and
When you mean ambassador is scientist ambassador?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
a scientist ambassador. And I'm happy that I have a great team now. We are 8 ambassadors, and we are trying to do a conference organized by all. It is organized by all the ambassadors with Dentila. She's the leader of the ambassadors. And we have a good news, because this conference is going to be recognized by the Ministry of Education. We got just last yesterday this, and
Confirmation,
so
yeah.
it's something we did just by ourselves, just to enjoy it, but I think we end and still working, of course, ending in a good success with that.
That's nice. And this conference, is it a national level?
Okay, the conference is a national level, but it's the first scientists conference. We called it the first scientists conference, and we hope to do it next year. Why not? We will have people from the Ministry of Education there, and hoping to have the support of Ministry of Education, and spread it. And to spread in all Albania, and So I think you are helping us to make science live in our schools. Even though we have just a few equipments, but if you want to do something good, you find the way. So this is also being scientists, to be creative and to
Mhm.
have to develop critical thinking and collaboration.
Okay, we have a question from social media. Um, if you are, somebody asked if you are a twinning ambassador also.
No, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm just a coordinator of a tuning. It's a platform I know very well, but for the moment, I'm a coordinator of my region.
Okay.
Uh, so that's
Okay, so that's answered, I think. I have also another question. Well, it's like I have seen that your students are quite young, and it's really good that we see that you are starting like they start working in STEM and they start creating, doing this experience from a young age. So, so what's your experience with your students?
Actually, I when I was for the first time in the scientific workshop, the 11th workshop, it was for us. It was unknown. We knew only tuning and other platforms like Microsoft in Education, and for me it was a little bit like, how can I involve it? I know that is elementary. In elementary, you can put science, but it was hard for me in the beginning, and bit by watching the materials or scientists by Facebook of your official site. I
Yeah.
tried to ask to other teachers and tried to orient my let's say I said to you, we have experiments, but also just to put it as a motivation. Like I started with one experiment in science,
Yeah.
and just as a just as a way to start and to motivate your kids to love science.
Hmm.
And you're right, the going being in scientics make a difference with other teachers, because I have one of the teachers which is at the same it's parallel with me, she has the third class, and she said to me, you have involved your students more than mine, because they had the desire, but they didn't have how to start, or they didn't know how and where to start. So this was the reason I took all them, and I did some lessons with the videos and all the rest.
Okay, well, that's great. It's great all what you're explaining to us, all your experiences, not only like in the classroom, but also the personal experiences, what you want to do in the future with also with the STEM education, organizing things on scientific, for example. It's really encouraging, and I'm sure that it's also interesting for our viewers this afternoon. So have a lot of time, Almida. Uh,
Okay, just the idea is the idea is I have a lot of plans. Actually, I'm a teacher's trainer. Uh, I'm a teacher's trainer, so I have in plan to put the scientists on models, and to, in order I can train to the teachers for this platform, or for STEAM in education in general. And the conference is the start. We do other projects, and we have other we try to extend, because it's not because it's scientists, like a platform, because it's very encouraging. The students are encouraged, but also the teachers, my colleagues were curious. They wanted to take part, but there are problems in school which you with the administration, with the way or how to motivate even them to involve. So it's just a start.
Okay, so thank you very much. Last thing, I would like to congratulate your students for all the experiments that
Thank you.
I see
Say
there.
hi. Bye.
Bye, everyone. So, congratulations for all your work and
Thanks.
for having you, Almida, as a teacher. I think it's also very nice.
Thanks. You motivate me a lot. That workshop made a great difference on me and all the staff that we have now, because they are all these colleagues are amazing. The scientists ambassadors are working,
Okay,
and it just
that's good.
thank you.
Thanks to you. So we are going to start. So thank you very much and goodbye. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.